What if one platform covered everything from idea to market-ready product? A platform teaching all the AI tech and practices needed for successful AI-driven startups.
This is like AI imagination.
We found that the more specific we are.
We used a classifier, we trained the classifier.
I really wanted it to just be more open-ended for the user.
We were experimenting with different chunk sizes.
Having some problems to something.
By blending cutting-edge technologies from industry giants, you can create revolutionary AI products that drive innovation forward.
This was a special hack, it was a battle.
Let the hacking begin!
Hello everyone and welcome to the winner stream for the Reasoning with O1 Hackathon. Today we are celebrating the amazing teams who pushed the boundaries of innovation and tackled real-world challenges using OpenAI's O1 models. Let's dive in. Let me quickly introduce ourselves. I am Joanna, your host for today, and joining me is the amazing Emmanuel Iriarte, our AI architect, who will be providing live commentary on the team's projects. Together, we'll guide you through this incredible showcase of talent and innovation. The challenge for this hackathon was to build an AI tool using OpenAI's O1 or O1 mini models to tackle real-world problems through automated decision-making or problem-solving. The key requirements were showcasing O1's reasoning power, focusing on multi-step reasoning, creating a solution that is practical, scalable, and ready to solve real-world problems. The teams truly impressed us with their ability to rise to this challenge, and we cannot wait to see their presentations. Let's talk about what's at stake for our winners. The prize is a fast-track two-year interview for the LabLab Next acceleration program that includes industry expert mentorship, market readiness support, networking opportunities, and access to our exclusive resources. During the hackathon, approved participants had access to 1,000 keys with $20 in AI/ML API credits for a free subscription week. This allowed them to work with the O1 Preview and O1 Mini models to bring their ideas to life. A big thank you to AI/ML API for supporting these teams and enabling them to create these innovative solutions. Now, speaking of LabLab Next, that was just mentioned before, Jonathan, our AI automation lead from LabLab Next, will give you a short intro into the next accelerator. Nate, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Joanna. And hey, everyone. My name is Nate, and like Joanna said, I'm working with the LabLab Next project and program, and I've been working with this program for about 1.5 years now, or even more. And yeah, what is LabLab Next for those of you who are not really up to speed with this? So LabLab Next is a 6-week digital program where we help the AI startups to accelerate and take them to the next level and go to MVP stage and beyond. And our commitment to this, first of all, it's a no equity and no cost program. The only thing we ask for is the right to invest in your company when you go for your future round. So that is quite a special deal that we have compared to other accelerator programs. So why should you join LabLab Next? Because it's not only for the winner to get fast-tracked and have an interview with us, we also have the applications open for everyone. So first of all, we have a lot of support. Our team is super dedicated in helping all the startups day in and day out. And we also have the Lab community, where some startups in the current cohort is utilizing that to find team members and maybe new co-founders or someone to be their CTO or similar, as well as help with getting beta testers for your product. Then we also have our mentorship program. So now we have more than 100 seasoned professionals in various industries with different expertise, and they are providing huge amount of help to these startups day in and day out as well. So there's a lot of dedication. And as Joanna mentioned, we also have special perks and deals for the startups joining. And this is to help you accelerate quicker in such an early stage where you might be tight on the money. So this. And who is this program for? Well, first of all, your product need to be based on AI technologies, just like our hackathons. But then you also need to have a working prototype that you can take to MVP. So unless you have a prototype, build that first and then reach out to us. And the most important, I want to say at least, is that you need to have a strong, dedicated team, and you need to have at least 2 members. But looking at all the startups in the program right now, you need to divide and conquer, and having 4 or 5 members will make the life so much easier because there just isn't enough time. So we also have a wonderful partners that are helping with the perks and deals, as I talked about before. And just to give you some ideas on the alumni that we have, Agile Loop, that we hosted a hackathon with a couple of months ago. We also have New Locust, who is one of the first teams. They also have done great, and yeah, applications are open, is always open. And at the moment, we are in the middle of a cohort, and then we have a lot of holidays coming up with Christmas and New Year's and everything. So next cohort will not be until next year, but that only gives you more time to work on your product and work on your pitch. And when you've done that, submit it to us, and you will find all the information at lablab.ai/next. And if you feel like you're a startup that will be suitable for this, you'll find all the information there. Or if you might feel that you could be a great mentor for this program, you can also find information on how to apply to becoming a mentor in the same link as shown. And I'm really looking forward to the winner of this hackathon, who will get an email, and we will have a talk with you and fast track you through the application process. And that is it for me.
Thank you, Nate. That was great. And I'm also super excited to hear what our judges will say about the presentations prepared by our finalists. And for those of you hungry for more, do not forget to check out our website to learn all about the next accelerator and how you can get involved. Now it's time that you've been all waiting for, the time to meet our finalists. These are the top teams who went above and beyond to create truly exceptional projects. Let's take a look at who made it to the finals. First up, we've got Team IRA with the project AI Research Assistant. Then, Team Agent Armada with the project named the same. Then, third up, Team Centralians with the project Brico IAI. Team Ginger with the project Shop Genie. And last but not least, Team Lee and Faye with the project Blind Nav. And just in case, the teams have been introduced in completely random order. So if you've been listed last, you're certainly not the last. And the results we'll hear from the judges at the end of the stream. Now I'd like to mention that you should not forget to check out our upcoming hackathons for more opportunities to innovate and showcase your skills. We really cannot wait to see what you create next, so I'll quickly give you an introduction about each of the hackathons that we've got lined up. So On November 28th to December 1, we've got the Gemma 2 AI Challenge, which is a hybrid hackathon with the on-site part in London. And on-site, you will have a chance to join the workshop in the Google Space office in London, but the whole hackathon will happen online. So whether you're in London or you're in any other part of the world, feel free to join us and play with the Gemma 2 motto. Next up, we've got the Llama Impact Hackathon in Rome, happening just a day after the Gemma Hackathon on 29th of November, and ends on 1st of December. This is for all the Italians that are watching us, so the hackathon will take place in Rome and online. So if you speak Italian, if you're based in Italy, come join us, and if you can get it to Rome, sign up for the hackathon and join us on site. Next up, we've got the Llama Impact LATAM Hackathon that starts tomorrow. So if you speak Spanish, you're based in Latin America, do not forget to sign up and sign up now because we stop accepting registrations tomorrow. So hurry up and take your chance to play with Llama models straight from Meta, and you can participate online. Then fourth of 5 hackathons that we've got lined up for you is the Lokahi Healthcare Hackathon, which will take place online. So you can hack with the spirit of aloha from anywhere you are and feel Hawaii from your home with your laptop on your knees. And last but not least, the most exciting hackathon of the year. And we're super happy and super excited to close the year with that, the Dodge Hackathon. I am sure everyone in the world has heard of Dodge. And yes, this is the Dodge from that Elon Musk. So you can hack with XAI's Grok to help make the government efficient. This is the most memgenic and viral hackathon you can join, and nobody has done anything like that before. So make sure you go to lablab.ai and register for that, because we really cannot wait to see what you can show to the government and how you can make it more efficient with the coolest tools ever. These are all the hackathons that we've got lined up, and for sure we'll announce more. But now let's get to the action. You've met the teams, and how is it going to work? We'll start by showing the presentations prepared by each team, and Emmanuel will provide live commentary on each one to highlight the key insights that he sees them. And once all the presentations are shown, our judges will take a short break to deliberate and decide on the winners. All right, everyone. I think it's high time to get started with the presentations. I wish you best of luck to all the finalist teams, and to everyone who didn't make it to the finals. Stay tuned and watch us live because the presentations are worth it, and the projects created during this hackathon are amazing. Without further ado, let's kick things off with our first team. Let's welcome to the stage the presentation of Team Ira with the project AI Research Assistant.
Introducing IRA, revolutionizing academic research with AI. So what we have identified is a few problems within the research field where it's time consuming to read the full text of the research papers, and the research concepts are also disconnected, and hence it's hard for someone new to be able to understand the overarching concept or the connections between the research topics. And lastly, we also have research replication challenges and this could be in the form of code replication. So our solution, we aim to address those with some of these features here. First, we have the research gap analysis that tells you what is the gap in the domain that you're researching at right now. We also have the chatbot for Q&A, and this is grounded based on the research papers that you have identified. We also have the PDF upload and automatic summarization feature. We also have the knowledge graph visualization, which we will demo later on, as well as the code generation from papers. So now over to the demo. So for the search query, for example, if we search about gut microbiome, which is a very interesting research topic that is emerging currently, we how this works was that we use the API from the NCBI engine to basically scrape the most recent papers which are relevant to the search query that the user types, and then based on that we pass that into the LLM for the summarization of articles such that it is condensed in a very bite-sized format to easily skim through all the papers in recent times. And afterwards, we wanted to further extend on that and make analysis on the papers better by analyzing gaps through using the OpenAI O1 reasoning model, because it is able to understand the context better and able to give us a better analysis on the gap. So yeah, this is the top analysis by the recent papers, which we have set to 5 for now. And over below, we see the paper comparison gap analysis. So we show the common gaps that all these articles face and the contrasting gaps between papers as well, emerging trends. And if we scroll down a bit more for the individual paper gaps, we also want to provide recommendations based on each paper as to how we can further build on that research, build on what people have done based on the gaps that we have identified. So we have these different gaps. And now moving on to the upload feature, we have this feature where we use a PDF to convert into a text format using the PyPDF2 library, because this use case we thought would be useful in the sense where users may have PDFs from a friend or a professor who passes them papers, and we do not want them to limit to just the search engine itself. And after you upload the paper, we go to the paper details where you can easily select the PDF that you uploaded, and yes, and you can see all the information based on the paper that you uploaded, all in like just a few seconds. Yep. And over to the knowledge graph, how do we envision this to help people connect the topics in research? So what we do over here is that we extract out these notes of important concepts and information from the research papers using the O1 model, because they have a better understanding, and what they extract out will be more accurate. And these notes are also the relationships between these nodes are also extracted out using O1, so that we can visualize how each node is connected to one another. So for example, if we were to zoom into this cluster, you can see that what's in the middle is the robotic surgical system. So the size of the node is directly correlated with the number of edges that comes out of this node. So for example, over here, the overarching idea is the robotic surgical system. And if I click them, then I will be able to see all the nodes that are connected to them. And this helps us visualize our research concepts better. Of course, there's a search function to search for a particular node as well. And with that, that's all for our demo. Thank you so much.
All right, everyone, that was the presentation prepared by Team IRA with their project AI Research Assistant. For me, that was awesome. And now we'll hear what Emmanuel has to say. Emmanuel?
Yes. Hi, everybody, first of all. Yeah, I mean, it is a nice project. I think I might be extra critical during this hack, but because of the model that we were using. So not just an LLM, but a new type of LLM that's meant to be exclusive for reasoning tasks, or like very good at that. I like a lot the whole concept. Making research easier is always something that I will like vouch for. I like that there's different interfaces. You have the chatbot, the knowledge graph. I'm not super sure like what the point of the knowledge graph is, if it's like multiple like concepts within multiple papers or within the same. I don't know, and this is like not really a criticism, but something that I don't know, if the fact that O1 has this like improved reasoning capabilities makes the summarization or like this like compacting complex information better, or like in a better way than the regular LLM would do it. I would say like if that is the case, then definitely it's a great use of O1. But I myself don't know, so I don't know if anybody knows that had some experience trying to summarize, for example, a research paper, and GPT-4o did a good job, but O1 did a much better job. I would love to know. But yeah, like always, good job, very nice project, and congratulations.
Yeah, agree, Emmanuel. And I am keeping a close eye on our chat on Twitch. So if anybody has any suggestions, research papers to share, or would like to share some of your knowledge, or maybe even ask questions to our participants, because I'm sure our participants and finalists are watching us, feel free to do so, and I will read the questions out loud. So let's go to the next finalist. I would love to introduce the presentation prepared by Team Agent Armada with their project named the same. So Agent Armada, let's see what you've prepared.
Today, I'm going to be presenting and discussing Agent Armada, an AI-powered multi-agent system for enhanced disaster response. My name is Cameron Gifford, and my teammate is Vikash Kadadi. Our problem statement: natural disasters present significant challenges for search and rescue operations, leading to delayed response times as well as difficulties in locating victims, and oftentimes exposing personnel to significant risks. Similar problems include national park monitoring for wildlife management, military reconnaissance, as well as agricultural monitoring. Our solution is an AI multi-agent system capable of searching large terrains rapidly while enhancing search effectiveness compared to traditional methods such as human search or manually operated drones. Our implementation leverages a large language model as an interface between humans and a swarm of autonomous agents, allowing for natural communication and decision-making. Multi-agent systems traditionally suffer from several challenges, one of them being design complexity. Systems are often developed with intricate logic and are task-specific. They also suffer from management challenges, requiring sophisticated planning algorithms and resource allocation, all while suffering from a limited human interface. Most systems are either pre-programmed or manually controlled, limiting their adaptability and responsiveness. As mentioned, our solution is leveraging a large language model as a human agent interface. This has several benefits, providing a natural human interface where a human controller can easily communicate with a swarm through simple text or voice commands. It also allows for dynamic planning, where a large language model dynamically assigns roles and objectives to agents based on commands and resources. It also creates a simplified feedback loop, where an LLM can act as an interpreter between a swarm and a human controller. And interestingly, it potentially allows for the development of a domain-agnostic system without any pre-programmed tasks. Our target market is government agencies involved in search and rescue operations. Our commercial potential is our product provides several benefits, including reducing response times and human risk, as well as being a scalable solution and providing a potentially domain-agnostic approach to multiple problems. These are potential revenue streams and our future plans for development. Now I'll do a live demo to demonstrate the system in action. So I have the application open. What you see in front of you is a 3D simulation environment. So this is a top-down view of that environment where the discoloration represents the topography and terrain. White is low points, dark is high points, and currently the only detected object in this environment is a flooded area. So I'll start by creating a simple command, which is search the perimeter. And then I'll explain different aspects of this as I try to go through a couple different demonstrations. So as you can see, a series of agents were spawned in the environment. As the agents navigated the environment, they detected additional objects. These objects are then contextualized and shared, sent back to the LLM and the agents for improved planning and decision making. I'll create another example. The purpose of this example is to demonstrate, hopefully, the generalizability of this type of system. So you can see it generated a multi-step plan. As the agents execute it, the status is updated to completed. And then one more example. copy paste this because it's so long, but sequentially find each person, then find and surround the flooded area, and then lastly return to the car. So let's make this a little more vague, I guess, and try vehicle. You can see down here in the system logger, you can see each agent and the detected object as they navigated throughout the environment. And so you can see here it created a multi-step plan. It's navigating from one person to the next, person 2, person 3, and then the flooded area, and finally the car. So hopefully you enjoyed this. I think it's a really interesting technology, and hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thanks.
To everyone who has just tuned in to our live stream, this was the project Agent Armada prepared by the team Agent Armada. Emmanuel, any comments?
Yes, definitely. This was a very interesting project. I don't think we see projects like this enough. I have a bunch of questions, which of course I'm not going to start asking because we don't have enough time. But the main thing that I would ask if it's like, so I understand that it uses the LLM for the planning and the execution. But for example, let's say it's like tracking which path to take to find people, like in the demo that they showed. Like, is the LLM the one also involved in finding their path, or does it just generate like code from like known algorithms or stuff like that? I would be very interested to know. But overall, super interesting. I like it a lot. The interface is very cool. Like the demo was very nice. So congratulations to the team Agent Armada. That was a pretty nice project.
Agree, really, really nice project. But as we need to wrap up really soon, and we know that you are really curious of who the winners are, let's go to the next team. I'd like to introduce Team Central Alliance with their project Brico IAI.
This is Bricole, interactive chat-based UI components for enhanced learning, and this is made by Team Centralians. So AI and AI chatbots have been revolutionizing education. Nearly every student has been using AI, and even ourselves. But the thing is, AI chatbots have mostly been returning text, which can sometimes be not the best method of learning. So we thought, how can we make learning more appealing? So this is why we created this project. Basically, Bricole has an array of interactive components that the AI chatbot can return with. So it could give more interesting responses rather than just text. And here is a demo of what it looks like. So the user is just asking for a presentation, and then a flashcard, and then now a quiz for him to basically use to study. And that is exactly what the AI chatbot would now be returning rather than text. In the case that the user would have difficulty in explaining what it wants from the AI, it could basically just ask to draw the problem or an illustration of what it wants, and the AI could use that image, analyze it, understand what it is, and create, well, solvings to solve those problems. This does not only apply to physics problem like earlier on a car or a projectile motion, but could work on other illustrations as well. But for demo purposes, we're showing you its solving capabilities for problems. So here, it is asking for questions because it wasn't given enough information, and exactly what the user tells it to give it, it solves for the user. So earlier it was distance, now it is time. Aside from all that, it can also do spelling. You just ask it for the kind of terms you wanted to make, and it would make for you.
Acceleration. Acceleration. A term used in physics to describe the rate of change of velocity over time. The car's acceleration increased as it went downhill. He measured the acceleration of the particle using a precise instrument. Due to sudden acceleration, the passengers felt pushed back into their seats.
It can also do physics simulations. So you give it a scenario and it would try to visualize that scenario for you to see and understand what it would look like. There will be certainly more components to be added in the future, but let's discuss on how it works. So basically, as the user chats with Bricole, Bricole asks GPT-4o model on which interactive component is the most relevant using function calling, and then GPT-4o model would return the most suitable component, and then Bricole would then decide whether to prompt the O1 model or the 4o model depending on the complexity and the needs of the request. If the O1 model is selected, its request would be returned back to the 4o model in order to parse and format the response to be used for the component. And finally, it would return the consolidated response to be shown as a component, and Bricole would return back to the user. Now, for the technologies used. For the front end and the server, we used Next.js. For the database, we use MongoDB and Prisma for the ORM. And for the hosting, we used Vercel. And finally, for the AI, it is OpenAI called through AIML API. Taking a look at the current market, it is massive and rapidly growing. As for our target audience, students, they are currently at 1.8 billion, and the total serviceable available market is at 200 million. As for the competition, basically we have features that the most competitive solutions do not have in a single platform, and for our business model, we have a free tier and a paid tier. This is Berkeley, and we want to improve learning from AI chatbots through interactive components.
And that was the team Centralians. Honestly, I am very impressed with this project. Like this drawing and live feedback from the app, like that's truly amazing. Emmanuel, do you agree with me? Please agree.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. It's a super, super cool project. Like, I don't know if the components are there and it dynamically chooses the component or if it creates the component on the fly. If it's the second, it's crazy good. Like, it's impressive. I think I've seen something like this before, but it didn't work very well because it was like a year or so ago where LLMs weren't so good at generating code. So every time they tried to generate a component, it would break. But even though it's like a simple idea, it's a chatbot at the end of the day, it's a pretty complex execution. And it's also like it uses very well the idea that O1 is not the default model, but you need to know when to choose between 4.0 and O1. And I think this project does that very well. So I really like this project.
Awesome. Yeah, totally agree with you. And now it's time to introduce the fourth team of the night, which is the team Ginger with the project Shop Genie.
Hello everyone, I am Nazmul Saqib from Team Ginger. I welcome you all to my project Shop Genie. So, what is the problem nowadays for the SME enterprises that are giving boutique shops or fashion garments? That is, the first thing they do is they will build a website to attract their consumers or user base to see their products. But is this project successful? In most of the time, the answer is no. Why? Because no matter how strong your filtering method is, nowadays no one is ready to spend time crawling through web pages or filtering techniques just to get their desired products. So, our Shop Genie introduced a holistic approach and AI-driven tools to remedy this situation. So we have combined product recommendation, product search, cart, and analysis. So this whole platform solves your frustration of wasting time to get your desired product into a very smooth journey where you can get your products, you can analyze your favorite products, and even you can get your product recommendations. And in this way, we can help the small enterprises to turn their business into a very realistic platform that can actually serve their user base. So at first, what we're trying to do for an SME industry, we are getting all their products and make a unified database. So we have two databases, one for Postgres and the second is for Vector database. Then Our first module is the review and sentiment analysis. So for a particular product, when a user actually gets to see the product, he can no longer get lost to read through the reviews. Rather, he can actually see what the reviews actually represent. So our AI model categorizes the review into positive or negative or neutral sentiment. The second portion or the second module is the recommendation model. Based on the user's wishlist choice or their current behavior, we are recommending users relevant products so that they can usefully and productively use our platform. So we are doing this with a best code strategy method. And finally, the most attractive part of our project is the multimodal search. If you're thinking of a product, you no need to waste time going to the filtering method. Rather, you come to us and write what you actually want. So here, we actually want a yellow fotua with embroidery, and see, we can get our results. So this is totally based on semantic search, the power of semantic search. Then the second thing is why I will even write. I see a person wearing a shirt, I like it. So just capture the photo and give us the photo, and we get the most similar product with this photo. You can see it right here. And the most important thing is, let's say I like anyone's shirt, but I want some changes. So you can say your additional requirements and give it our photo, and we can get the results right to you. Now the final thing is, the SMEs actually suffer from another problem. The problem is they cannot actually visualize their users' behavior. Let's say they are growing many products, but they cannot actually tell which products are getting the most hits in their website. So here we have used the database to generate different type of visualization that can actually provide the SMEs useful insights about the customer's behavior. So here you can see which product are clicked or visited most frequently. You can actually see visualization based on your feedbacks, and you can see the wishlist visualizations and get the most popular product ideas so that you can fix your production in the future. So currently there are many existing solutions in our Bangladesh country. So this is Daraj, but obviously they are based on the keyword filtering method. So we have the potential advantage. And our revenue stream is actually based on B2B partnerships that we want to do with several SME industries to provide them the power of AI tools to better serve their customers. So here, these are our business partners. And finally, there are some risks and challenges associated, like the data privacy and security, the accuracy, so that how accurately our AI models can actually retrieve the user required products. And finally, technical scalability can also pose us a challenge. So thank you to our presentation.
And that was Team Ginger with their project Shop Genie. Emmanuel, I am really curious what you have to say about that project.
I have some questions. I don't fully understand where O1 plays a role in the project. The project itself is pretty interesting, pretty cool. Definitely, there's a market for that. Feedback when shopping and like having a little bit more like advanced analysis of things like text and pictures and so on. It is a nice project on its own, but I don't know if it fully fits the whole goal of the hackathon, which was leveraging O1's like complex reasoning. So maybe I'm missing like a piece that maybe they didn't mention or something like that. Like I said, overall it's a nice project. I don't dislike it by any means. I think I've seen similar projects before. Like I said, there's a huge like demand for things like e-commerce. But I don't fully know where O1 is being implemented, so that would be my main question mark here.
Yeah, so Team Ginger, if you're up watching us and you're on the chat, please drop down your notes in the chat so you can answer all the questions that Emmanuel had before our judges start judging, because they also keep a close eye on the chat. And now, last but not least, I'd love to introduce Team Lee and Faye with their project Blind Nav. And just after that, we'll take a short break for the judges' discussions. Let's watch.
This is Blind Nav, a real-time object detection and navigation app designed specifically for visually impaired users. I'm Li Fei, an electronic engineering student passionate about bridging the gap in tech for those with disabilities. This is a solo endeavor, but experience in multiple hackathons has equipped me with the skills necessary to bring this vision to life. Did you know that over 2.2 billion people globally experience some form of vision impairments? This staggering number highlights a significant issue in accessibility. Visually impaired individuals often struggle to navigate their environments, leading to a lack of independence and confidence in their daily lives. BlindNav aims to tackle this problem by providing a mobile application that utilizes AI and machine learning to offer real-time context about dynamic objects in users' surroundings. By integrating YOLO V10 for object tracking, OpenAI's Whisper for voice recognition, and OpenAI's O1 Mini for providing contextual answers, BlindNav enhances the navigation experience for visually impaired users. So a quick demo for BlindNav, so let's get started. So what we'll do is that we'll need to upload 2 images representing captured images from camera with 1 second in between. So the app will combine the 2 frames into a 2-frame video and let YOLO to run object tracking on the 2-frame video. So next we'll ask a question so that Whisper can process it. What to look out for?
What to look out for asterisk. You have 5 cars and 6 people nearby. Be cautious of moving vehicles around you. Ensure you're aware of their directions and speeds when navigating. Watch for individuals walking or crossing your path to avoid unexpected encounters. When moving through areas with multiple people, maintain a safe distance and stay alert to changes in their movements. If you're near roads or sidewalks, prioritize your safety by staying attentive to both pedestrians and drivers. Always trust your instincts and proceed carefully in environments with active traffic and crowds.
Okay, so for the second question, are there any moving objects?
Yes, there are moving objects around you. I detect 5 cars and 6 people currently in motion nearby. Please stay aware of your surroundings and navigate safely.
The potential market for BlindNav is vast, with approximately 1 billion people worldwide living with preventable vision impairment. There's a significant opportunity to create meaningful change. In the US alone, over 12 million people aged 40 and older experience vision issues. This indicates a strong demand for innovative solutions like BlindNav. Our revenue model includes a freemium app with ads through AdSense and a premium subscription for additional features. We also plan to explore IoT integration for devices that can assist visually impaired individuals in various scenarios, making BlindNav a comprehensive tool for daily navigation. In the future, I plan to port BlindNav to Android to reach a broader audience. Additionally, I aim to develop IoT microcontroller integration to reduce the reliance on smartphones, making it easier for users to navigate their environments without draining their phone batteries.
That was the last team from our finalists. So, Emmanuel, what do we think?
I have conflicted thoughts. I like the project. I like accessibility. It's always like a great topic to make a project about. So definitely, I love that about this project. It has a good approach. It has a good mix of technologies. But again, I feel like it misses the point of the hackathon, which was like again using O1 to like leverage complex reasoning. It's a well executed project. It has it makes sense. But for example, using O1 to generate the descriptions, even if it's O1 mini of the surroundings, I don't think it makes a lot of sense because you could get exactly the same or maybe better, who knows, performance using GPT-4o or 4o mini even, which we need to remember that O1 is considerably more expensive, even the mini, which is much cheaper than the preview, but it's still more expensive. So I don't think it's the best choice of model to put there, but it is a good project. This is again, not criticism, rather feedback. I like the project. It has potential, but maybe shifting the approach and the models might be beneficial. But it's a very nice project. Like I said, I like a lot that it's about accessibility and for visually impaired people. So yeah, congratulations.
Yes, totally agree. And yeah, agree with feedback as well. As we need to remember to make the projects efficient in the long run. So either I would suggest introducing some more features that would actually benefit from using O1 or switching to the older model, just to cut on the costs. All right, everyone. I would like to thank to all the teams for building such incredible projects and preparing the presentations. And I want to mention that you all did great, even if you were not chosen as the finalists. We're so happy to have you here working on these amazing prototypes. And now we will take a short break while the judges deliberate, and we'll be back soon with the results. So stay tuned. Between 3 and 5 minutes, we'll be back to announce the winners. See you soon. Welcome back. I'm so glad that you are still with us to see the amazing results of our hackathon. And before we announce the winners, I want to congratulate every team that have participated in our hackathon. And you've all shown incredible creativity and teamwork, and we're really proud of the effort you put into your projects. Whether you're today's finalist or not, just keep pushing forward. So you're growing with your skills with every hackathon, and we really encourage you to join our next hackathons and keep a close eye on the Dodge Hackathon and on our socials because we're posting really cool content in there. Expect memes, expect cool announcements, and way more knowledge that you can expect. You should all be proud of your journey. And now we're moving to the winners of the Reasoning with O1 Hackathon. All top 3 places will be awarded with Fast Track to LabLab Next Acceleration Program. So yeah, they will have a chance to really grow their project. Super happy for that. I need to tell you that the judges were very impressed as I've just jumped off a call with them. And it was not an easy decision for them, but here are the results. So for the podium, the 3rd place of Reasoning with O1 Hackathon is awarded to Team IRA with their project AI Research Assistant. Congratulations, Team IRA. Now it's time to announce the 2nd place. So the 2nd place of the Reasoning with O1 Hackathon goes to, wait for that, Team Agent Armada with their project Agent Armada. Congratulations. And the moment we've all been waiting for. So the winner of today's hackathon, taking the 1st place on the podium is Team Centralians with their project Bricol AI. That was amazing to watch this project being developed during such a short time of the hackathon. And I must say, I am really impressed, especially that OpenAI and their GPT is my favorite LLM. So GPT is a buddy of our all, I suppose. And it was awesome to watch the O1 models in action. I would like to congratulate to all of our winners and to every team that has participated. And I would love to leave you with the message to keep innovating and see you at the next hackathon. Bye.